I'm really thrilled you're joining me today. If you're the kind of person who loves figuring out exactly how things tick without getting bogged down by all the extra noise, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're taking a quick anatomical tour of simple, nutritional wellness. And our main subject? Well, it's something you literally walk past in a grocery store every single week. The everyday apple. It's humble, it's super familiar, but what actually happens inside your body when you eat one is genuinely fascinating.
I mean, we've all heard it, right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's got to be one of the oldest pieces of dietary advice out there. But hey, as a smart, focused learner, you know that folklore isn't exactly science. So today, let's just pretend we're two friends chatting over coffee, or, maybe a cider. And we're going to uncover the real scientific reality behind this famous proverb. We're going to look at what an apple actually does the second it enters your system.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is the roadmap for our internal tour today. We'll start with the apple adage, move on down to digestion and your gut, check out heart health and blood sugar, take a super close look at antioxidants and immunity, and finally, wrap things up with the balanced diet picture.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the apple adage. We're stripping away the old wives' tales and looking strictly at the simple, scientifically accurate reality of this everyday fruit.
So our goal here is pretty straightforward. We are exploring the physiological effects of daily apple consumption, but we're doing it completely without the dense textbook jargon. You really don't need a PhD in biochemistry to understand your own body, right? We're going to translate this complex nutritional science into natural, bite-sized concepts. Just think of this as getting the owner's manual for your body, but written in plain, engaging English.
Moving right along, that brings us to Section 2, the very first stop on our internal body tour, digestion and your gut.
The moment you take that first crunch, an incredible process begins, and this brilliantly illustrates exactly how it unfolds. Step 1, the apple's fiber enters your digestive tract. Now, apples are packed with this really special type of soluble fiber called pectin. As we move to Step 2, that fiber actively aids digestion by drawing water into your system, basically acting like a gentle little broom that keeps everything moving smoothly. And finally, in Step 3, your overall gut health is supported because that exact same fiber actually feeds the good bacteria in your gut. It is just a beautifully efficient system. Honestly, it's like the saying goes, fiber is the quiet, scientifically backed hero of your digestive system. We hear so much talk these days about trendy supplements and rare superfoods, but this simple, humble fiber in an everyday apple is quietly doing some of the heaviest lifting in your entire body. It doesn't ask for a round of applause, it just goes to work, day in and day out, making sure your digestive engine runs completely clean.
Okay, so let's follow those nutrients as they leave the digestive tract and enter the bloodstream. Welcome to Section 3, Heart Health and Blood Sugar.
Think about what happens when you eat a highly processed, sugary snack. You get this rapid, huge spike in blood sugar, which is almost always followed by a really sharp, exhausting crash. But when you eat an apple, it provides a steady, paced release of energy. You might be wondering, why is that? Well, it's because the apple's natural sugars are physically bound up with all that incredible fiber we were just talking about. That fiber acts like an internal pacing mechanism. It literally slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, giving you fuel, but in a totally controlled, sustainable way.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how it connects to your cardiovascular system. Supporting your heart health one day at a time is directly tied to that steady energy. See, when your blood sugar is constantly spiking and crashing from processed foods, it puts a ton of inflammatory stress on your blood vessels and your heart. By choosing an apple, you're actually choosing stability. Over time, that simple, daily choice takes the pressure off your system and contributes to a much healthier heart.
Let's zoom in even further now for Section 4, antioxidants and immune function. We're taking this tour all the way down to the microscopic cellular level.
You hear the word antioxidants thrown around in health marketing literally all the time. But let's break it down simply. Antioxidants are natural substances in foods, like apples, that help protect your body's cells. So the crucial point is this. Everyday life, pollution, and honestly just breathing can create these unstable molecules in your body called free radicals, which cause cellular damage. Antioxidants step in like tiny, microscopic bodyguards to neutralize those free radicals and protect your cells from wear and tear. And one of the most famous protective substances inside that apple is vitamin C, which is fantastic for supporting your everyday immune function. Notice I said supporting. We definitely aren't making miraculous claims here. Eating one apple isn't going to create some magical, impenetrable force field around you.
But vitamin C is an absolutely vital building block that your immune system uses to function at its best and fight off those everyday bugs.
And while all your cells are being guarded and protected, you get to experience something much more immediate, that natural feeling of being full and satisfied. Because apples are so rich in both water and fiber, they actually take up physical space in your stomach. That sends a direct signal to your brain saying, hey, we're full. This is just a brilliant practical benefit. It naturally keeps that mid-afternoon hunger totally at bay without you having to rely on empty calories.
All right, let's move to our final section and see how all this builds together. Section 5, the balanced diet picture. This concept is arguably the most important one in our whole explainer today. Apples support health, but they cannot prevent or cure diseases on their own. As much as we all love the whole apple a day adage, it is absolutely vital to stay grounded in scientific reality. An apple's a fantastic tool in your wellness toolkit, for sure, but it's not a magic medical cure. True holistic wellness doesn't come from just one single magic bullet.
So what's the big takeaway here? First, you want to include a wide variety of fruits in your routine. Remember, different colors mean different antioxidants and completely different benefits. Second, don't rely on just one single food, no matter how incredibly healthy it is. And third, use the apple as a solid foundation to build a holistic, balanced diet. It's all about teamwork on your plate, you know? Pairing your apple with good proteins, healthy fats, and a whole rainbow of other veggies and fruits.
Well, that brings us to the end of our anatomical tour. Next time you're at the grocery store, definitely grab a bag of those apples. But I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Beyond the daily apple, how will you diversify your own fruit intake to build a balanced plate today? Thanks so much for joining me.